This is a presentation on how one can have interactivity through Google Slides. So, we have a number of slides here which will depict different ways of introducing interactivity. For example, this is a slide where the students will first look at a video of a food chain. So after this video is played, the students will get a fairly good idea about a food chain. They do not have to go outside the Google slide. They are watching the video right there. Now imagine that they have completed watching this video and then the teacher has a small activity for them where they have to drag the organisms to form a food chain. So the students will select the organism, grass as a producer, caterpillar feeding on the grass, and then the frog eats the caterpillar, and so on. So they will be able to create a food chain through drag and drop technique on this Google slide. Here is another example how students can work in a collaborative manner. This is a digital jigsaw. We all know what jigsaw is when we use it as a cooperative learning technique in actual face-to-face teaching and learning situation. Now in this digital jigsaw, there are 4 cards: vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C and vitamin D, allotted to 4 different students, and they have to fill the sources. So the student has filled carrot. Another source the student can fill is spinach. They will write the use and they will write what lack of this vitamin causes. So lack of vitamin A causes night blindness. Each student is expected to only fill up 1 card, and in this way, when all the 4 cards are completed, they can learn from what their friends have contributed. So this becomes a digital jigsaw. Here is another example of how Google Slides can be used for interactivity. This involves a blend of actually using something and then posting your picture on the Google slide. So a square piece of craft paper is taken and cut as shown in this figure. So thus the student will get some triangles which are depicted here in all these colors. The yellow one is a square and the green one is a rhombus. With all these 7 little pieces, the student can make any creative combination, and they are expected to assemble these, create a tangram and then post a picture of the product. They can then observe what their friends have posted. In this manner, we can correlate mathematics with art. Here is another interactive slide when you are teaching a topic like graphs. So you have the x-axis, the y-axis and the 4 quadrants, and the activity given to the student is each student according to their roll numbers. Their roll numbers are depicted in the 2nd row. They will put in a point according to the instructions given by the teacher in the 1st row. So for example, student with roll number 2 had to give a point from the 3rd quadrant, and which is very rightly given as -7, -2. Similarly, all the other students will fill in the point as per the instruction given by the teacher in the 1st row. Thereafter, they have a second part of this activity. Roll number 3 will plot this point -7, -2 onto the graph paper which is shown on the left side of the slide. So, roll number 3 will take this blue colored point and move it very carefully to the space -7, -2. So thus the point has been correctly dropped to -7, -2. In this manner, 6 students will work on one Google slide. You can duplicate such kind of slides for the next 6 roll numbers and so on. Here is some interactivity which also involves some amount of critical thinking. Generally in the class, we leave them with the situation. We ask them to analyze the situation and we ask them to assume a role during role play. So this is a kind of a digital role play where the situation is given. Somebody has left the water tap open and that person says, no harm if the water goes waste. How will you convince this friend? Put your answer into your speech bubble which has your name tagged onto it. So the 6 students give 6 answers and they can look at each other's answers. They can compare their answers and perhaps even comment on what stand somebody else has taken. Here is the next slide where again there is a video which the students have to go through, and the activity is to identify one feature of the Indus Valley civilization and write your views about the Indus Valley civilization based on your observation. So the students will go through this video which very well describes the features of the It is advisable not to have very long videos. 3 to 4 minutes videos are good enough in order to retain the attention of the students. And then every student will write one feature based on the observations made when they have watched the video, and also put their own thoughts. For example, the cities had drains and this shows that the people were aware of civic cleanliness. So this is another interactive Google slide that you can have in a subject like history. Here is another example from history. You have various sources, 7 sources are mentioned there, and the student has to color code. For example, if it's a pink color for oral source, blue color should be used for material source and green for written sources. So let's see how student number 1 completes this activity. Taj Mahal, as we know, is an example of a material source. So the student will fill this box. He will take the cursor to this box and fill it with, just insert the blue color. Take an example of a ballad. A ballad is an example of an oral source. So here the student will go to the box, the cursor should be in that box and then fill in with a pink color, and so on and so forth. There is a possibility that one of the student thinks in a different way. Then the teacher can intervene and find out why that student has classified that source under that particular head. This is an example for geography wherein we have, let's say the teacher wants to teach the chapter weather, but this is the precursor activity. So before teaching the chapter weather, the teacher asks the students to go to the site of the Indian Meteorological Department and look at the weather forecast for different cities. So the students have got this site here, and when the students click on this site, they will be taken to that. So we will go to that site. So we have moved out of our Google slides and we have gone to the Indian Meteorological Department, where you can see the weather conditions. So the weather conditions for Panjim appear to be cloudy. Maharashtra has dark clouds. Let's say a place in Jammu Kashmir, there are no clouds shown. The student can go through this entire site and study the weather conditions, then come back here and let's say Panji. So Manish, when Manish went over Panji, he found that there are white clouds, seemingly no rain. So each student puts down the weather conditions for the city that is assigned to them, and thus they can learn from one another. This is something for languages, where you want the students to write a short story. So just give them a picture, assign this slide separately to every student with perhaps their name or roll number on that slide, and each student will complete a story. They can even invite their peers to read their story and make suggestions. The teacher can go through those stories and then perhaps give them certain comments on their stories. Here is another way in which language teachers can make use of interactive Google Slides. So we have a very short passage here. It could be a passage from your textbook, just a paragraph or so. Or you can even say read page number 10 and 11 of your English textbook. Then the student is named here, Nisha. So Nisha has to frame a question, or let's say Nisha has to answer this question. Which gas do trees take in to prepare their food? So Nisha types in her answer there, that is carbon dioxide. Now it is Nisha's job to put down the name of a friend. So suppose Nisha puts the name of a friend Anita, and Nisha types a question for Anita here. Which is the biggest tree? So what Anita will do is, Anita will read the passage and she will write the answer here. She will tag another friend here. So she will write her answer here, giant, sequoia tree, and she will tag another friend, say Rahim, and she'll have a question for Rahim there. So in this manner, we can use Google Slides in a very interactive way in the classroom. Thank you.